How to speak English fluently even if you're busy. Do you understand English but freeze when it's time to speak? Do you know grammar rules, vocabulary words, and even watch English videos but still feel nervous while talking? If yes, then listen carefully. Because the problem is not your intelligence. The problem is your method. Most people think becoming fluent in English requires expensive courses, hours of studying, living abroad, speaking perfectly from day one. But that's not true. Fluency is not built in one day. It is built in small daily habits. And the good news, even if you are a student, even if you have a full-time job, even if your schedule is busy, you can still improve your English faster than you think. In this video, I'm going to share 5 powerful habits that can completely transform your English speaking skills. These are simple habits, practical habits, real habits. No fake promises. No become fluent in 7 days nonsense. Just real improvement. So sit back, focus carefully, and ask yourself one question: what if my English could completely change my future? Because honestly, it can. English is no longer just a language. It's confidence. It's opportunities. It's communication. It's growth. Person who can speak confidently often gets more opportunities than someone who only has knowledge. So let's begin. Habit 1: make English part of your daily life. This is the biggest mistake most learners make. They treat English like a school subject. They only study it for 30 minutes, then completely remove it from their life. That doesn't work. Imagine trying to learn swimming by reading books only. Impossible, right? Language works the same way. You need exposure. Your brain needs to hear English again and again until it becomes natural. And no, you don't need extra free time for this. That's the best part. You can learn English while doing normal daily activities. While cooking, while traveling, while cleaning your room, while exercising, while walking. Just play English content in the background. Podcasts, interviews, YouTube videos, audiobooks. At first, you won't understand everything. That's okay. Because they panic when they don't understand every word. Relax. Even babies spend months listening before speaking. Your ears need training first. Slowly, your brain starts recognizing common phrases, pronunciation patterns, sentence structures, natural rhythm, and one day something magical happens. You suddenly understand sentences automatically, without translating. That's when real progress begins. The goal is not perfection. The goal is familiarity. English should stop feeling foreign to your brain. Make it part of your environment. Even 1 hour of passive listening daily can create huge improvement over time. Most people waste hours scrolling social media anyway. Replace some of that time with English audio. Your future self will thank you. Habit 2: use the shadowing technique. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful speaking methods ever created. Shadowing. Most people know English words but struggle with speaking speed and pronunciation. Why? Because speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth muscles need practice. That's where shadowing helps. Here's how it works. Pick a short English clip, maybe 10 or 15 seconds. Listen carefully to one sentence, then immediately repeat it exactly like the speaker. Not just the words. Copy their tone, their speed, their tone, their speed, their emotion, their pronunciation, their pauses. Become their echo. For example, if the speaker says, "I'm really excited to be here today," you repeat, "I'm really excited to be here today." Again and again and again. At first you'll feel awkward. Maybe your pronunciation sounds strange. Maybe you feel embarrassed. That's normal. Every fluent speaker sounded bad once. Nobody becomes confident without first sounding uncomfortable. Shadowing trains your brain and mouth together. It improves pronunciation. fluency, confidence, accent, listening skills, and the best part, you only need 15 minutes daily. Consistency matters more than long study hours. Even athletes practice basics repeatedly. Language learning is no different. One important tip: don't choose difficult content. Choose simple, natural English. Interviews, movies, podcasts, daily conversations. Train with realistic English, not complicated textbook sentences nobody uses in real life. And remember, fluent speakers don't think about grammar rules while speaking. They speak naturally because their brain recognizes patterns automatically. Shadowing helps build those patterns. Habit 3: stop translating in your head. This habit changes everything. Most learners secretly translate every sentence from their native language into English. That's why speaking feels slow and stressful. Your brain becomes busy doing double work. First language, then English. This creates hesitation. Real fluency begins when you start thinking directly in English. And no, you don't need advanced vocabulary for this. Start small, very small. For example, the weather is nice today. I'm feeling tired. I need water. I'm going to work. This food tastes good. Simple thoughts. Train your brain to create English thoughts naturally. At first it feels difficult because your brain is used to old habits, but slowly something powerful happens. Your brain creates direct connections with English, without translation, without fear, without delay. Here's a powerful exercise: describe your surroundings in English. Look around your room and think, the table is messy. My phone is charging. The fan is spinning. I should clean my room. This daily practice rewires your thinking system. And honestly, this is exactly how fluent speakers think. They don't translate. They simply express thoughts. Many learners spend years studying grammar but never train their thinking process. That's why they understand English but struggle to speak naturally. Your goal is not to become a dictionary. Your goal is communication. And communication becomes faster when your thoughts become direct. Habit 4: read out loud every day. Most learners read silently. That's helpful for vocabulary, but it doesn't improve speaking confidence enough. Reading out loud is different. It forces your brain, tongue, mouth, and ears to work together. Think of it as gym training for your speaking muscles. Even 10 minutes daily can make a huge difference. Read articles, stories, short conversations, motivational scripts, news, books, anything simple and interesting. Don't rush. Focus on clarity. Speak clearly and confidently. At first you may notice hesitation, wrong pronunciation, lack of confidence. Good, that awareness is important. You cannot improve what you never notice. Reading aloud also improves sentence flow, pronunciation, breathing while speaking, confidence, public speaking ability. Many people fear speaking English because they rarely hear their own voice speaking it. That's why practice matters. Your voice should become familiar with English. One important thing: don't worry too much about accent. Many learners become obsessed with sounding American or British. That's unnecessary. Clear communication matters more than accent. Confidence matters more than perfection. A confident, imperfect speaker always sounds better than a silent, perfect learner. Remember that. Habit 5: the 1-minute speaking challenge. Now let's talk about the habit that builds real confidence. The 1-minute challenge. Every night, open your phone recorder. Then speak in English for 1 minute. That's it. Talk about your day, your goals, your feelings, something you learned, a movie, a memory, anything. The topic doesn't matter, speaking matters. At first you'll struggle. You'll pause too much, forget words, feel nervous, but keep talking. Do not stop recording just because of mistakes. Mistakes are proof that you are practicing, and practice creates fluency. Later, listen to your recordings. This part feels uncomfortable. Most people hate hearing their own voice, but this is where growth happens. You'll notice repeated mistakes, weak pronunciation, hesitation, grammar problems, and slowly you improve them. This habit builds self-awareness, and self-awareness creates progress. Imagine doing this daily for 6 months. Your confidence would completely transform, not because of magic, because of repetition. Confidence is built through action, not motivation. Why most people never become fluent. Now let's talk honestly. Why do most people fail to improve their English? Not because they are stupid, not because they lack talent. Most people fail because they quit too early, they fear mistakes. They wait for confidence before speaking. They study passively without practice. They compare themselves constantly. Comparison destroys motivation. You see someone speaking fluent English online and think, "I'll never speak like that." But you never saw their beginning, you never saw their mistakes, their embarrassment, their fear, their bad pronunciation. Every fluent speaker once struggled too. The difference is simple: they continued practicing, while others quit. Fluency is not a talent, it's a trained skill, and skills improve through repetition. The biggest secret about confidence. Here's something important: confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes after action. Many learners say, "I'll speak when I become confident." No, you become confident by speaking, even badly, even imperfectly. Every confident English speaker once felt nervous too, but they practiced anyway. Fear disappears through repetition, not through waiting. Your future can change through English. Never underestimate what English can do for your life. It can improve your career, increase confidence, help you travel, create opportunities, connect you globally. Sometimes one skill changes everything. And for millions of people, that skill is English communication, not perfect English, confident English. Final message. If you remember only one thing from this video, remember this: small daily habits change lives, not motivation, not shortcuts, not overnight success. Consistency. 10 minutes daily is better than studying 5 hours once a month. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start with what you have. Start today. One podcast, one paragraph, one shadowing session, one voice recording. Small actions repeated daily create massive transformation. And one day, without realizing it, you'll suddenly notice something incredible. You're speaking English naturally, not perfectly, but confidently. And that confidence can open doors you never imagined. So start today, not tomorrow, because fluency is built one day at a time.